Good afternoon. Hope you are doing well today. Um, I, like many others, watched live the spectacle that took place in the Oval Office uh, of the White House in the United States yesterday. Just, I guess, right around lunchtime it happened. And if you didn't get to see it live, you've probably seen it many times since then. And I get it. There's many, many lessons that can be learned. And boy, we are hearing all about it. We're getting the negative, we're getting the positives. Uh, Opinions are flying like mad. But I have a more, I guess, simplistic way of looking at this, more of a basic, what we should learn and take away from all of this. It's a much bigger lesson. And it's one that we desperately uh, need to have again in our country, in our lives. What we saw yesterday and what we're seeing today is strong, unified leadership. After this occurred, I got very anxious because for several hours, okay, I mean, several hours, the only thing we were hearing, except from Lindsey Graham. Now, I got to give Lindsey Graham credit. He stuck up for America. Uh, he stuck up for Trump and J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio and all these other folks that, you know, spent all this time doing this deal. And then Zelensky just blows it. So Lindsey Graham in this situation was what we need: strong leadership. Um, Trump wanted peace. That's all he wants, peace. And all he's heard from everyone is how the United States needs to give security um, promises, guarantees. Well, number one, uh, this is not our fight. This is not our war. So I don't see why we would have to go in with a military force and play peacekeeper. We've seen how that's gone in the past. And let's not be sending a bunch of military advisors either. We don't want this proxy war to happen. Okay, we had that in Korea, and we had that in Vietnam, and we simply don't need it again because those were bondoogles and they were a mess. And as we find out, just as this Ukraine Russia thing's been going on, it's not supposed to end. They want to keep it going and going and going. We'd still be fighting Vietnam if you know, Nixon and them hadn't said, okay, this is enough. We just can't do this anymore. We've done all we can do. So, President Trump was watching. I could almost see the moment when I went back and watched the back and forth. You could almost see a light bulb, you know, going off above Trump's head. He realized in this ongoing dispute that his goal and Zelensky's goal are completely opposite. Zelensky doesn't want this war to end. I don't know why, except I know he's getting rich off of it, but isn't he rich enough so he can stay in power? I don't know, but he doesn't want to stop it. He wants to escalate it. And he wants the United States to back him in that goal. And Trump, not having it. Because Trump's goal and his overwhelming desire is for peace. Peace. He just wants the fighting to stop. Okay? Thousands, maybe millions of people have died during this time. And he's had enough. So when he realized that, I think that's when he said, this is it, you know, this is not going to work. The United States, we don't need to be in a proxy war with Russia. We don't. Not at all. Now, what Trump did do was he was going to get into an economic deal with Ukraine that would have the United States physically on the ground in Ukraine. No, they weren't going to be military. They were going to be contractors, you know, people working on getting these rare minerals out of the ground. And interestingly enough, I learned that something I didn't know. Rare earths are not rare because there's not many of them. It's called rare earth because it's so hard to get to. And so the United States was going to be involved in getting that out, you know. And so by doing that, that is a security guarantee because Putin isn't going to go messing with some civilian American workers. They're just not going to do it. That would not be something that they would do. And Trump was going to get our money back, which to me seems very fair. I see nothing wrong with getting our money back. So strong leadership, something we've been missing. And boy, it showed up for sure because Zelensky was so used to showing up with his hands out to America, say a few things, kind words, and take his money and go. That's what he was used to. I'm understanding that even Biden got frustrated with him. So Trump let him know, man, Biden ain't here anymore. I am, and you're not going to deal with me uh, like you dealt with him, because he was weak, and Zelensky knew that. Putin knew that. Uh, Probably everybody in the entire world knew that, and I appreciated J.D. Vance. And Marco Rubio came out very strongly in favor of Trump and what all happened in the Oval Office. And like I said, Lindsey Graham. So everything began to trickle out finally, and I started to feel better. And then I see video of Trump heading back to Florida yesterday. And I thought, well, golly, I wanted to hear from Donald Trump. And he didn't even stop on his way to the plane to talk to reporters. Well, later on, and I don't know how they got these things reversed, but after different places too. I mean, I was looking on several different sites. Much later, or it seemed much later, they then began to show a clip or the video of Trump answering questions on his way out of the White House and to Marine One, the helicopter. So when I heard him speak, then, okay, I can make it through the weekend, because I didn't want that cliffhanger hanging over me. I just didn't want it. I wanted to know, what he was thinking. And what he said was perfect. He gave the real reason behind all that went on, other than that Zelensky was a child and acted like one. That definitely went on. But it was this whole idea of we don't have the same goal. So how can we reach any deal? We can't reach a peace deal. We can't reach a ceasefire deal. We can't reach a business deal, because your goals and our goals completely opposite. So what happens next? I don't know. He wouldn't have come over here knowing the tug of war and the animosity that he and Trump apparently had towards one another. I think most of that was drummed up by Zelensky. I don't think Trump worries a whole lot about Zelensky, to be honest with you, other than he's a madman and he could be risking World War III. Other than that, but I don't think, Trump is going to lose sleep over him and how he acted. But Trump was not going to have it. And we need that. Okay. Trump wants peace, and he wants it now. And he gave a deal to Ukraine that would set them up and protect them for years to come. Because, it takes a while to get those rare minerals to market. So we'd have been in there for quite a while. So I don't know. But we're going to find out. because, again, Trump's going to let us know. He's going to talk to us. He's going to tell us. Okay. He gave me peace of mind for the weekend. And I'll be ready because now anybody, other Republicans that speak this weekend on all the different news shows, uh, they've got that talking point now, the real one. Okay. They don't have to guess anymore what Trump was thinking or what was happening or, why, or Trump laid it out very clearly. And so they will be able to then go out and do this. Now, before I end, I want to just be a little bit upset with Pam Bondi. She didn't handle the Epstein thing very well at all, in my opinion. And it's not so much, that we didn't get the information like we thought we were going to. And it wasn't so much that she didn't get the materials put on her desk by 8 a.m. on Friday morning. Obviously, she didn't, because we didn't get another drop of information. It was the fact that just nobody said anything. I mean, nobody said anything. I was looking. I even typed in, Pam Bondi, and the only update I could get was, what happened. First, she had that interview with Jesse Waters, and good stuff was coming out, and it didn't. Okay, she should have just come clean then. Said, look, well, before she said that to Jesse Waters, she knew, and she should have come clean a long time ago, in other words. And she should have said, you know what, I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to find out, what exactly is going on. She could have had a press conference. She could have promised to do follow-ups. We, the people, want to know about everything. We want the truth. We're so tired of not being told the truth. So just tell us the truth. That's all we're asking for. We know these things take time. We're not the ones asking about the price of eggs. We know why the price of eggs are so high. Okay, and we know it's going to take time. So have a good time, a good day. Enjoy your weekend. I may or may not be back on tomorrow. Maybe I'll be back on later today. I really don't know. But when it hits me that I've got to do it, then I'll do it. Okay. Thank you much, and bye-bye.